Hello, my name is Matthias Kavodik. Welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Secret Empire. Crossover that I really liked when it came out. I didn't understand all the controversy and people just losing their shit on the internet and getting a lot of politics mixed into it. I think Nick Spencer did a pretty good job. I feel like the crossover, maybe it's way too long. It's like 10 issues. The middle part feels a little bit aimless at moments, but the payoff in the end, I thought they did a good job. I liked the whole arc with Captain America in general. I actually really like the setup of Hydra Cap and what he does and how it works at first. I think it's very well written. It may have one too many subplots. That's maybe to the story's fault. But outside of that, I liked it a lot. I don't like the contrast between artists. Like this artist, first one that we have here, Steve McNeil, really works with the story. Then we're going to get to another artist that I just can't remember the name of, that we're going to see in a little bit, that I feel it doesn't lend itself too good for these an epic crossover of this scale. It feels like it's more art for a noir story or a detective or a spy story, and not for this one in particular. I know there's a spy aspect in Cloak and Dagger a little bit here, but in general, it doesn't work for me. So, start off the story. Secret Empire, issue number 1. Hydra's in power. It's not established how long they've been in power, but you get a feeling that they've been there for a while. Yeah, the whole thing with the kids at school, going into history class, how Hydra has rewritten all the history books, got book burning. Basic aspects of fascism are there, and they're well written. I'm not sure if he did this on purpose or anything like that, but that there's only one message, the government's message. If you don't follow that message, you're pretty much an enemy of the state, and you will be marked. That's a classic way of viewing things from a fascist point of perspective. Carol Danvers with all the cosmic heroes in Alpha Flight, trapped in outer space. Captain America got everyone trapped out there. All of the rest of heroes are hidden on the run. Got the champions trying to rescue this kid who's actually has a message from Rick Jones, who's been captured by Captain America. He wants to take this to the rebels. You know, the champions in general, I tried to get on board reading that series, and I realized at my age, I'm not interested in reading about teen superheroes and their issues, even though I love Miles Morales. That type of dynamic, I'm not interested in anymore. Okay, the garbage truck has passed. I love how Hydra Cap here has to deal with this monster, and he tells the monsters, look, heroes back in the day would have colorful costumes. They would have captured you, put you away, you would escape, you cause a lot of collateral damage. It's like, I'll give you a chance to give up, and if you don't, we'll fuck you up. And it's sort of like there's an inclination to show how this heavy hand in fascism and fascist ideas get stuff done. And in a way, it's sort of right, but at a terrible cost. So here we have Cap giving the monster an ultimatum, and then he gets this atomic beatdown. I love Hydra Cap's Avengers. Got Taskmaster, Deadpool, Scarlet Witch, Thor. Like, he's got everyone on this team pretty much locked down. Deadpool's there because he's super loyal to Captain America. Thor actually never understood why he's so coerced and working with the team, but he's there. Scarlet Witch is under the power of the Darkhold. Superior Spider-Man, the Dr. Octopus Spider-Man, he's been working with Hydra as of late. Taskmaster, who's a mercenary, so if he gets paid, he's going to be there. Vision wants to be close to Wanda. So we cut to that whole idea that a fascist government and an authoritarian government at first is going to get your trains running on time. That's like the classic phrase from a fascist point of view. Stock market's going up, they're building factories, they're forcing treaties. There's one thing that I love about this, that it just really shows off how anthropocentric, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that word correctly in English, writers and Americans are. Not through their fault, it's just the way they see themselves. Captain America takes over the United States, and then they mention that he's taken over the world. The United States isn't the world. It might be their platform to take over the world. The United States has a lot of assets to be able to do that. I'm not sure if it's possible, but they didn't take over the world. They took over the United States. But I really liked how Cap is written because he's reluctant. He doesn't want to use force, but he's totally willing to do it. That's like, you see this conflict in him the whole time. Another thing, this isn't the real Cap. This is like this a Cap from another reality created by Kobik, the sentient cosmic cube. It's very well established because I remember a lot of people saying Captain can't be a Nazi, blah, blah, blah. If you've read this story, you understand this is not the real Cap. This is a modified Cap by the Cosmic Cube. I know Marvel pandered to this during the time, and I know that the writer too, but it's very well established. It's not the real Cap. So, see how Cap is running his government, and we see that Hawkeye is the leader of the resistance with Black Widow. Here we have Cap having a moment with Rick Jones telling him, hey, just have to say hello, Hydra. We're friends. It's all good. You don't have to stay in this prison cell anymore. He doesn't. He tells Cap to go fuck himself. And he gets executed. That sort of caught me off guard. I thought it was a little much the way it's portrayed. But it does work. It hits home. So this kid, with all the information that Rick Jones gave him, basically establishes in our heroes, who this time it's the AI Iron Man during this time, that Cap isn't the real deal. He's this cosmic cube doppelganger. Find the shards of the cosmic cube to get Cap to go back to normal. Also, Hydra Cap sends a fleet of these Hydra helicarriers to destroy Las Vegas. So he's playing for keeps. Here's the other artist, Andrea Sorrento and Rod Race. The tone of the story changes. I know they're in the dark New York that's been covered by dark matter. Every other issue is done by this team of artists, and it just really, it sort of takes me out. It doesn't work. I would have wished they have done the whole story, one artist or two artists that have very similar styles. Basically, all of Marvel's street heroes are trapped in New York within the dark matter created by the Darkhold, the fusion of the Darkhold, magic, and Blackout's powers, thanks to Baron Zemo. I find it sort of weird that Black Widow finds out that this is the real deal Captain America, and he has to be modified by the Cosmic Cube. He's not responsible for what has happened to him in the first place. For her to decide to go on a lone assassination mission. Of all the people, I feel like she would be the one trying to fix Captain America. But that aside, she goes on a rogue mission. She actually gets followed. She does a terrible job, even though she's the greatest spy ever. She gets followed by the champions. She tries to indoctrinate the champions into becoming assassins. We cut to Sam Wilson, who is in Montana and not being Captain America anymore. So our heroes have to get him back on board and being Captain America. We see that the spirit or soul or whatever the hell of the real Cap is trapped in the Cosmic Cube. He's not aware of his situation at first. Issue 3, we have a pretty hilarious moment where you got Star-Lord going to the council of the heads of all the alien races asking for help to liberate Earth. And they start shooting at him. It's like, you guys have caused so much trouble. Keep that shield up. No one can get out. I really like how they show Cap not being totally relaxed in the situation, not really liking the burden of being the leader, realizing that something isn't right, even though he's doing everything, following by the letters, what is asked to him as Hydra Cap. It actually really works for me that Punisher is siding with Cap, and so we have Hydra Punisher. Because of his ideology, it just really falls in step with what Cap's doing. Like, he's eliminating crime. He's finishing everything off. He's bringing order and security at any cost. You know, I was using it as a bookmarker. I found the ticket to the Eternals movie. And I totally forgot I'd seen this movie. It's how, it's really sad that I just completely forgot about that movie. That's the weird feeling that left me when it left with me when I left after seeing that movie. It's like, okay, that happened. I should have thought that would have blown me away, but it didn't. I guess I have to live with that. So we're gonna leave it here. If you haven't read Secret Empire, it's worth the read. I liked it, even though the tone of the artists come and go. It's a fun read. So see you guys next time. Bye.